Mega Evolution was introduced in Gen 6 as part of a new feature in Pokémon games, a battle gimmick that would shake things up and make something that had been the same for a long time become more interesting. But of course, they wouldn't just drop that without anything attached. No, they would add some lore into the mix. The only problem is that lore never really fully explained anything. But maybe the answers do not lie in Hoenn or in Kalos, but actually in a more celestial place. Well, hey, I'm not so ace trainer, and what about the origins of Mega Evolution? Let's get into it. Mega Evolution is the name given to a temporary transformation that some Pokémon can achieve when exposed to the power emitted by a Mega Stone reacting to one's Key Stone. While it is said that a strong bond between trainer and Pokémon is needed, it doesn't appear to be the most necessary part of it all in the main series lore. Also, despite some Pokédex entries apparently mentioning how cruel the whole process of Mega Evolution is, there are contradictory statements regarding this. Some Pokédex entries are very positive and others keep a very negative approach to it all, sometimes even in the same Pokémon. For example, in Pokémon Sun, Mega Kangaskhan is in high spirits due to her child's growth, but in Pokémon Moon, she feels uneasy. Mega Glalie supposedly cannot eat, but considering how the lore also tells us that Mega Evolution needs a bond, meaning it likely doesn't happen in the wild and it only happened during battle, I don't think Mega Glalie would be eating anyway. Because of this, we won't take any of the pain into account. It's in Pokémon X and Y that we are first introduced to Mega Evolution, and also there that we take our first footsteps into its lore. Professor Sycamore believes that the Mega Stones we use are evolution or special stones that have been exposed to the power of Yveltal or Xerneas. Like you can expose the subscribe and the like button to the power of the click, for example. But this theory justifies the existence of these stones with the firing of the ultimate weapon 3000 years in the past. Despite this, it is also admitted that the lore of Mega Evolution is quote-unquote shrouded in mystery. This is proven when Sycamore also claims that Mega Evolution is seen only in Kalos, despite we then later finding out about its presence in the Hoenn region for over 1000 years already. In Gen 7, we also realized that Mega Evolution can occur in Alola and in Kanto. Still, those last two games did not add anything new to the mix. It's in the Hoenn region that we actually find more clues about what this mysterious power could be. The Draconid legends speak of a region that had been plagued by meteorites for thousands of years, something that created meteor falls by destroying the home of the Draconid people and what we know today as Sutopolis. It is also where we hear how the description of the meteorites fit the description of Key Stones, the same ones capable of reacting with the Mega Stones. This is not strange as we find hints of space-related things not only in Pokémon, like Lunatone and Solrock for example, but also in items with things like Stardust or Star Pieces. But of course, when talking about Mega Evolution in Hoenn, we need to talk about Rayquaza. Despite the need for the move Dragon Ascent instead of a Mega Stone, it is actually the power inside these meteorites that allow Rayquaza to Mega Evolve. This legendary Pokémon eats meteoroids when it's chilling up there in the ozone layer and then keeps their power in its Mikado organ, an organ that it has that saves Mega Energy. Other Pokémon do not have this and so more is needed. So where does that leave us with Mega Evolution? It appears that the power contained in these key stones reacts with the Pokémon's own life force, taking it a step further in evolution. What it also appears is that in normal conditions, Pokémon do not have enough life force for this to happen, and so you have to use a Mega Stone together with the Key Stone. These Mega Stones, the ones Professor Sycamore theorizes were actually special or evolution stones, are found in the Pokémon world and do not seem to come from outer space, and they are infused with the life force of specific Pokémon. This infusion, at least in the Kalos side of the world, is justified with how the life force of Pokémon was actually used in the ultimate weapon, since both Yveltal and Xerneas can either take or give life to everything around them. In Hoenn, we learned that the impact from the meteorites left pools of life force or life energy, the same that Groudon and Kyogre fought for. This could be due to the impact killing many Pokémon, as the ultimate weapon once did, or it could be that the meteorites themselves brought that life energy with them. One of the leading theories about how life started on Earth is that meteorites provided abiotic organic carbon, which was incredibly important in the beginning of life. The same could have happened in the Pokémon world, with these early meteorites also containing life energy or life force, and then they kickstarted life itself, in the form of Mew, for example. This got me thinking, if the origin of life in the Pokemon world is attributed to outside sources, and if keystones themselves are falling from outer space, then Mega Evolution is of alien origin. I mean, we need the extra life force contained in Megastones, some of them likely powered by celestial sources, and keystones are falling from outer space as meteorites. But that's not all. There's also a strange connection between this and other gimmicks. While Mega Evolution is a mystery, other gimmicks are a bit easier to understand, except Terastal, of course, them be their mysteries. But Dynamax originates from Eternatus, a Pokemon that came to the Pokemon world inside the meteorite 20,000 years ago. From it we got Galar Particles, the same that create the Max Dens where you can fight Dynamax Pokemon and Dynamax yourself, as well as Wishing Stars, the ones you get in your Dynamax band in order to be able to use Dynamax. In a way, they are the keystones that react with your Pokemon's life force and proceed to affect it. When it comes to Z moves, we have Necrozma to blame. While it didn't come inside the meteorite, it is also related to space, albeit the Ultra Space. The Z crystals that we use in order to react with our Pokemon are powered up by Necrozma's light, as they are shards of that legendary Pokemon. Those would be the keystones that react with the life force of our Pokemon and others as well. We can use it at full power due to the Z ring, and so we get access to a Z move, though Totem Pokemon, for example, get a larger size from their aura as well as a boost to their stats. This is kinda like a little Dynamax and a little Mega Evolution paired together. Then we get Terastal, which is connected to Terapagos. While there is no mention of Terapagos coming from space, with only alternate timelines being mentioned here, the fact that this Pokemon lives in a crater, the Great Crater of Paldea, has long fueled theories that it also fell from space in a meteorite. Yes, there is speculation that many once lived there, but then went extinct, but it's just that, Pokédex speculation. In this case, the Terra Orb is the gadget that we use to use the quote-unquote keystone and harvest its powers. In this case, it's a Terra Crystal inside the orb, and it reacts with the Pokemon's life force, changing its type temporarily. I used Mega Evolution lingo so you could kinda see the connection better, but we have a source, we have part of that source, and then we have the aspect of the Pokemon that is enhanced. Two of them appear to come from space, or one from space and the other from the Ultra Space, and Terapagos could easily come from there as well. So what does that tell us about Mega Evolution? Mega Evolution is clearly also connected to space, as we have discussed, though it is the only one lacking an actual source. We have keystones, and those keystones are used just like Wishing Stars and Terra or Z crystals, but we don't know from who they come from. We know from where, from outer space, we can say that Mega Evolution is truly from alien origin, but we also can speculate that there is a Pokemon out there, one that, unlike the others, hasn't really come to the Pokemon world, but that it is from it that the power to Mega Evolve comes from. A Pokemon that holds powers similar to Eternatus, Necrozma and Terapagos, one that could easily be one of the most powerful Pokemon we've ever seen. And maybe, just maybe, we'll one day find out who it is. And maybe, just maybe, it might be in Pokémon Legends ZA. And that is all I have for you today. Mega Evolution is an alien gimmick, and out there's a Pokemon responsible for it all. But what about you? Do you think that such a Pokemon exists? Let me know in the comments down below. And now, like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon content, and also ring the bell so you know when the next video is out. Also, you can become a channel member or check out my merch in order to further support the channel. I'd be forever thankful for that. You can follow me on social media or check out one of my streams here and on Twitch. All the links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.